Good day, everyone. Thank you for attending this session. I'm Manjo Perez, the Market Development Manager for DesignJet. DesignJet is the market-leading large format printer product line of HP. The topic of this webinar session is digital blueprinting. Let's get started. In the Philippines, among AEC, or architectural, engineering, construction industries, colored prints are often lost in the distribution phase of designs. Usually, colored prints are only reserved for critical presentations. Majority of prints are in blueprint, typically ammonia blueprints. Based on our studies, the ratio of colored prints to blueprints is at 1:7 or 1:8. Why is this the case? Is it for compliance purposes? You might assume that design professionals choose blueprint to comply with a requirement. However, a quick perusal at the National Building Code yielded zero results of the term blueprint. What is specified is the need to submit a plan with the dimensions of 20 inches by 30 inches. Most are also compelled to distribute design copies in Ammonia Blueprint due to the perception of its low cost. In Metro Manila, 20 by 30 blueprints typically cost 12 to 15 pesos per page. Is it truly cost efficient? Let's re-examine this point later. So, what are the downsides of ammonia blueprints? First of all, print quality is subpar. In front of you is a photo of a line drawing replicated in blueprint. The lines and shades are uneven. Some texts are no longer visible. Broken lines within the left most upper portion appears to be a solid block. Productivity is reduced with ammonia blueprints due to a lengthy turnaround time before you can get the actual copies. Because of poor quality, these copies are not a viable option for archiving or digitization. When ordering blueprints, usually the design is transmitted to the print service provider via email or USB. With cyber attacks being rampant, confidentiality of original ideas or designs may fall into the wrong hands. Last, but definitely not the least, the prints have a bad odor brought about by the chemical ammonia. These are toxic and proven to be a health and environmental hazard. Earlier, I mentioned that blueprints have a long turnaround time. This is a quick walkthrough on the process. Usually, queues in copy shops are long. Even if there is none, you need two machines to complete the ammonia blueprinting. The first printer yields a printout in tracing paper. Afterwards, a second machine replicates the tracing paper printout either with an ammonia or an activator. Based on our survey, design professionals have to wait for next business day to collect their print orders. Now, imagine that this turnaround time will expand for every design revision. But what if there's an alternative that alleviates the pain points mentioned earlier, while at the same time allowing you to save money? Now, that would be the ultimate solution. HP has pioneered digital version of blueprinting. Your design will be replicated. You don't have to go through missing text, uneven lines, and other blurry details. Maximize your productivity. With an in-house printer, You are no longer at the mercy of unpredictable, outsourced printing's fulfillment time. On top of this, you only need one device to produce blueprints. Print them directly without the need to produce tracing paper beforehand. With an in-house printer, you can control who accesses your device, data, and document. Protect your hard-thought designs. With accurate prints, digitize and store soft copies. In fact, some DesignJet printers have built-in scanner and blue printer, making it an ideal end-to-end solution. Our blueprints are also chemical and toxic-free. Health and environmental sustainability are highly valued. And the best part, HP blueprinting is cost efficient. You might have the notion that given its benefits, printing digital blueprints must cost at a premium. Allow us to show you a sample case to prove this otherwise. Here's the situation. An architecture firm has a project that requires the following: 40 designs, translating to 40 prints in tracing paper, 8 copies per design, meaning 8 blueprints per set. In total, this would be 40 prints in tracing paper and 320 prints in blueprint. Normally, they send a messenger to a copy shop for the blueprints, and then he returns and collects the printouts the next day. At times, they also order extra prints. Let's crunch some numbers. The upper part of the table shows the calculation for outsourcing ammonia blueprints. The lower half of the table shows the calculation for in-house printing with HP blueprints. With outsourcing, the tracing paper costs anywhere from 110 to 130 pesos per page. Let us use the average of 120. 20 by 30 blueprints typically cost between 12 to 15 pesos. This is based on the standard size of 20 inches by 30 inches. For demonstration purposes, let us use the low range of 12 pesos. In total, the whole project set cost 8,640 pesos. In comparison, for HP digital blueprinting, cost per page ranges from 12.5 to 14.5 pesos. We inputted the average of 13.5. In total, the project set cost 4,320 pesos. What are the results of this comparative analysis? Although on a strict cost per page basis, digital blueprint is higher, the total printing cost of the full project set has a vast difference. This is due to the tracing paper printing being skipped altogether. Save up to 50% with HP blueprinting solution. Note that the savings will even be higher with other DesignJet models. The calculation in front of you is based on an entry model blueprinter. Cost per page will be lower for other large format printer models. Besides per page costing, there are other costs to be considered. The labor and logistics linked to going to the print shops for submission and collection of print jobs. Okay. At times, one is compelled to order extra prints as a precautionary measure. Other concerns related to design confidentiality and long turnaround time have to be reiterated. With a blurry drawing, execution may become faulty and will have long-lasting and damaging effects, cost and time-wise. Health is priceless and should be a number one priority. All in all, time, money, and reputation are aspects that cannot be overlooked. In conclusion, HP will allow you to save more while achieving all the aforementioned benefits. It's time to move past traditions. Choose the smart choice with HP Digital Blueprinting. Thank you for listening to my webinar presentation. If you want to know more about digital blueprinting, or if you have any inquiries related to large format printers, please reach out to me. Here's my email ID. Have a great day.